Thank you.
Well, you're next.
Hello.
Malia.
Oh.
Hello
It's
there.
my twin. Yes. I am actually the younger twin. My
Oh.
little sister is very shy. Forgive her.
Oh, it's quite all right. Well,
I can tell
I'm
that she spent more
Selena
time in the womb.
Baratheon.
Grew taller. Bring
Nurturing.
forth the one with that cat, Aten.
I do believe that is a shadow cat of the Vale, Targaryen.
Oh yes.
Found her down in the swamp. She was
Valerian has
interested
found
in your
those to be
dragons.
quite tasty.
Well,
sorry,
I'm
did you say
Selena
the cats are
Baratheon.
tasty?
My dragon certainly would imply so. Oftentimes, even when I don't want to, we stop in that landmass to go hunting.
Everything all right, Nicholas?
Marcus is awake. He's just headed back to Storm's End.
Business.
Yes, I think that's best.
For you.
Well, I'm Selena Baratheon, Storm Princess of Storm's End, and this is Griffin Tarth and Nicholas Dondarrion.
Very well.
Well met.
It's an honor to meet you.
Princess.
Alrighty.
Spoken for.
Yes?
As a princess.
No. Wait, did you just ask if I was spoken for?
That is correct. That is what I asked. You asked me personal questions of my dragons. Now it is my turn to ask you personal questions.
That's very fine. I was just about to ask if you had any questions for me, and no, I am not spoken for.
Is your king looking for alliances?
I believe just today he said if there were any alliances he was looking for, it'd most likely be a marriage proposal or a large dowry, as sometimes that's custom in the lands here.
Good. Tell your king, since I have been offering opportunities for every kingdom here to work completely with us, as they are now embracing our presence as neighbors. If you would like an alliance, I offer you my cousin's hand.
I think
All right.
some people behind us. Oh, people over there.
You
Oh.
would. Talking later.
People everywhere.
So it seems you guys
Right
are very busy and quite famous.
The dragons have their reputation.
How's
they
that
do.
going? Great.
What's your business?
Well, I will consider said proposal, and I will bring it to my father and see what he has to say about it. As he is king of Storm's lands, he would make the final decision. But I
Yes.
would agree that an alliance would be the best thing, and I'm sure Storm's End would work with you completely.
There's quite a few places that we can get marriage
Tell him
alliances
I
with.
personally would like to hear it from him and him alone. His response to it.
Of course. Do you have any other questions you would like to know?
Stormland, Tully's, Highgarden.
How would your father treat the notion of me taking more land south, closer to the front of your keep?
I don't know how he would react. It depends on if you offer anything in return, but the Stormlands
I did say take,
has had the...
not purchase.
Well, then there may be a problem there, as we don't take so lightly to people taking lands that have been in my family for generations.
Very well, then tell your father this. He can accept the hand that I have offered him in marriage, and he can keep his lands. Or he can refuse, and I will take his lands. Thank you. I'll entertain the new guests we have.
Very well. Right, you ready to go?
You, with the cat.
Travel home safely, princess.
You as well. Careful.
Yes, you. Next to the
Hello.
king.
Come forward.
That's you. Yes.
Good day, sir.
What,
I heard much
brings,
about your dragons.
What have you heard? Girl?
I've heard about the giant flying, some say fire-breathing lizards. And to be honest, until now, I was still rather skeptical even when Queen stated they'd seen it themselves. I believe it's something that you really have to see with your own eyes in order to fully believe.
See. What is your name? I know that
Phelan.
your land's such beauty. I may be so bold.
Thank you.
Phelan.
My name's Phelan Bennett.
Bennett. Is your last name
So before it gets too dark, actually, while these
hold
guys
to
are
some great
talking,
house that has
I'm currently working on building
a
Aegon's
motto
fort.
similar to, what was that? Winter is falling?
So this is where like we've landed in Westeros, and we're policing our fort down, and we're going to build like a small fort, which will then later turn King's Landing if we survive. So this is where it's going to be built, by the swamp. So we're working on that. I'm not sure. I don't think these talks are going to be much of anything. So I'll probably just come back, and it's getting dark. Probably come back when we've made some progress.
You might actually be.
Oh, I've got to put Thatcher away. I'll put it away in a minute. Oh no, they're talking about.
If I give you an opportunity, the utmost risk, do you think you might entertain the idea of trying it?
Possible. I tend to lean towards the more risky side of things.
Cousin, I'm going to need standing torches before nightfall.
Fine.
With me. Introduce you to
Yes, my
a
lord.
dragon I trust.
Button. Before these men see the king, make sure he takes his hood off.
Wow.
You.
Careful.
Remove it.
You have words to share with me? Tell me. What of it?
Your man there, he told me I should tell you the information I have.
Well, this is
Of course.
Yes, well, I live in the swamps down below, and while I was down there, I saw two of your dragons fly up, and it startled me. It's the first time I've ever seen such a glorious and large and monstrous beast in my life, and I feared for my life, so the two of us, we ran up to the Vale to tell the closest people to us, and I told the Maester, and the Maester got me in touch with the King, and the King, when we told him, he had said he wanted to recruit us to try and help fight against such dragons, and I was like, no way, I'm not fighting a dragon.
Said this. Is that true?
Well, he didn't necessarily say he wanted to fight the dragons, but he very, as soon as we mentioned it, he was like, he wanted to know if we were strong soldiers and wanted to see if we would recruit to him. So that only leave one inclusion to believe one thing.
Do me a favor. I'll pay you very well. 20 gold. If you go back to that mountain and ask him just who you would be fighting. You come and tell me the truth. I'll pay you in gold. If you lie,
20 gold. My.
just don't lie. Dragons are
Absolutely, I
getting
would
hungry.
not. Yes, I would not lie to someone who seems to have control over such a beast.
You familiar with these lands? What is your name?
Well, oh, Monarch Wood. Yes, the swamps down there are my home. Lived there my whole life. Traveled near and far all over the Isles.
I'll do you something even better. How many men are you? How many men are strong?
We are two. This man here, he is a strong fighter, and I myself am a hunter of sorts.
Very well then. I will do you something better. Find out the information for me. Bring it to me in truth. And then you promise to call me your king, swear your fealty to me, and serve as a loyal subject. I will honor you and your name, the lordship.
Hello.
And those swamps there will be your land. You can raise many men. Serve me as a loyal banner.
Lord of the Swamps.
But this guy wasn't expecting that when he came here.
I will do this for you, my king.
Good. Go around and rally as many men in the swamplands that you can. And meet me in 2 days of the time. You'll be my first banner house. Prove your loyalty and I will reward you handsomely.
Yes, it will be done, my king. First, I will get your information for you.
Wow, I bet this guy wasn't expecting that at all when he came here.
What information do you need? My lady,
No,
come and
the
introduce
information.
me.
I will get the information for you.
Oh, very well. I'll see you soon then.
Yes, we will leave at once. Let's go.
Hmm.
For the very fact that my father could still definitely use me being around to help.
Yeah, I think he would
And
certainly
like you said,
consider
it's
it.
very close.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, I appreciate you being open with questions I ask.
That's alright.
It's just, this is all very new, with new people on our lands, and I'm sure everyone's curious.
Yeah. I mean, we're very curious about the people who live here as well. It's a lot different than where we're from. We've had a lot to learn since we got here.
I bet so. Being in your land and not being able to get out as much, I'm pretty sure you have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
Things are a little bit different than how you must do things at home.
Yeah, it is.
Seems like the Shadowcats have no problem running around.
Yes.
I told him I was from the north and that was it, and I like to color red and black.
Oh, my king.
But it was the same coloring clothing and same cape.
See.
Very sorry for our men to just be laying here. We've come to take him back home. Thank you for keeping him safe.
Keeping him safe, yes. Have you had a chance to consider what I have offered you?
My father hasn't been awake, but if you ask me of what I think, I would not be against said marriage proposal. I think this would be very good between the two of us, though I do have one request and would hope that you would hear it out.
Political girl, come, tell me.
Well, considering I am eldest daughter and heir to the Storm Throne, I believe it would be wise if I did marry your cousin, that I would be able to stay in Storm's End to help my father out run Storm's End. Not that he couldn't do it himself, but I, as you say, am very political and much rather be able to stay there and help. And it does seem that we are very, very close now. I'm sure that maybe wouldn't be a problem.
Of course not. My cousin would rule it with you.
Of course.
The current king would live out the remainder of his days until no longer fit. The two of you would ascend the throne.
Of course, yes.
Very well.
But as now, as a leader, of course, and my father, he still has to make the final decision when I bring it up with him. But by tomorrow, God's time, you'll have your direct answer from him, that you so wish.
Very well.
Alright, Nick, if you want to drag
Look
your
with you.
brother back to Storm's End.
May I ask a question?
Of course.
Yes.
Why does this man keep traveling out by himself if he's sleeping?
He usually knows routes that make it happen less often.
That one's very much louder than the other ones.
I
that
brought
would
them
be
snacks
Vhagar.
if they are hungry.
Oh, and that's a very much brighter flame than the others as well. It's very beautiful. Yes, but he does in fact take routes that he normally doesn't fall asleep on.
Alright, careful, princess. Vhagar gets a bit rowdy sometimes.
I can
So
see
wanted
that.
to just put him on this horse.
Ah!
I believe I can carry him in the stag's mouth, though he may have some of his armor missing. Seems I can't move from this spot.
I don't want to call them loyal dogs, but I feel very loyal.
Lannister cats on the shores.
Am I?
What you say?
Very well. Sir Verge, you may use my horse. No, I'm much faster than most of your feet.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm Targaryen.
Aliaris.
Cousin, is everything alright?
I was at the fort and a massive army of those big black cats rolled up. How many would you say Lannister was there?
Maybe 15. 10 to 15.
You should ride for the king then.
Of the Vale, then.
If that is the one who owns the cat and they wear the pale blue, then yes. They
Yes,
have
That
to...
sounds like the veil.
Alright, they headed
We'll ride
this
to see the
direction,
king.
which
We can
is...
tell him. This is why
Yes. Where south are you going, if I may ask?
I'm going down to Dorne. I'm going to see why there's snakes on our mountain.
Is that the land of snakes?
Indeed.
Perhaps you'd like to wait I have business too with the snakes. One attacked my cousin. I very much so would
very
like
well.
to speak to them.
We'll
I
move
guess
together
they beat
then.
us here.
King Targaryen. Moon Guard. We'll await the king's business.
Yes. Queen Stark, if you would like to come up to the keep with me, we can.
Oh,
speak
dude,
there
everyone's
freely.
here.
Fall
Stark,
in,
the Vale.
on the mountain, on the cliff. Fall in, left to right.
Queen Stark, I'll need to speak to you before you leave. It won't matter, but it can wait for now.
Safe travels, King of the Vale and his people.
That is what you wish, your price.
Is this the king?
Alright.
Princess?
What was
Which
that? I'm
one?
very sorry.
It seems there's several here.
You.
Yes,
Yes,
this
I'm
is my
King of the
father,
Storm.
King Baratheon.
King of the Storm.
It is.
So. Curious.
Very well.
Protect the
We should
dragon.
go speak in private.
Hello.
Anyone who gets too close, remind them of the place.
If Aegon doesn't do it himself, herself.
Do you wish me to accompany you, my king?
Yes, please. And
Very well.
my cousin.
May we speak in private, King Targaryen? Hello.
Anything that you need to say to me, you'll say before my cousin and my advisors.
I was just here escorting.
They may come along.
Fall back.
Either way.
We'll face this
I forgot
direction.
your
We'll
name.
face the south.
Oh.
Damon,
Yes.
find out if
Thank you
those
for
wolves
letting me
belong
just
to the
understand.
Northerners of Winterfallen.
You're welcome.
Your
Anytime.
business
Hi.
to speak with them too.
Winterfallen.
Yeah, I don't think she
Be
needs
on
an
my way.
escort. I think the escort she got
Where
works
did
just
those
fine.
wolves go? Here they are.
Oh, I like this still.
Duncan,
Yeah?
I have a horse that's gonna need to be imprinted on.
Oh, okay. Now?
Soon?
Okay, that's... We might have to walk around that thing.
Griff.
Yes.
May I speak? Did the Queen of Winterfell go inside?
Yeah, she did. She's speaking with Princess Baratheon right now.
Alright, well, I need to speak with, could you just actually relay a message to Queen Stark that King Aegon wishes to speak with her when he's done his business with the King of Storms?
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
No problem.
Let's fall in around the dragon.
Hello, half of you.
Hello there.
Recognize your voice from earlier. Did you enjoy the gift from the princess?
I did. It was quite entertaining. It was very kind of her.
Yes, you seemed quite surprised.
So I
by
think
it.
we're here to talk to the
I
king
wish I
about
knew
the
what
marriage
that is,
proposal,
so
or the marriage-like alliance.
I bet you do.
But we'll see what happens when
I
he comes
found
back out
myself
and
in
hear what
your-
happens.
I believe in your land
And I
earlier.
think
I
afterwards
was
we're going to
coming
go
over
to
say
Dawn,
hello
which
with
I haven't
one
been
of
to
the
yet, actually.
Men, but I think there was only one maesters in your travels.
Where's your princess?
Oh.
I believe she's still.
Oh, I'll go have a look. I'll see
Bring
if
her to
she's,
me.
She'll probably inside speaking with Queen Stark.
Is it urgent?
Yes.
Alright, I will go fetch her immediately.
We will not linger here anymore. Soldiers, shields and swords.
Well, I'm gonna stand back here then. That's good.
The king is getting her.
Hmm.
Did I
Tell him not to make us wait much longer.
Why have we got swords drawn?
Up from his dragon.
Yeah, you didn't need to tell me that.
I'm not equipped for this. I don't have any arrows.
Targaryen, is everything alright?
No,
I don't know. I came
bring
out.
forth the princess. And do not delay
The
us
king's-
any longer.
I'm
gonna go find out what's
going on. Targaryen grows impatient.
Hey, Stannis,
Get
you
on
might
the
want to
horse.
follow me.
So we need to run. So it would be walking.
Is she still talking with the Queen of the North right now? Sounds
Then
like
tell her
quite
this.
important.
Her father has refused my one offer of peace. The Crown Lands will expand to the Stormlands. Our eyes will be fixed on you until she submits or he submits. The choice is on the people. If the Targaryen name is not sufficient enough for peace, then I will take these lands by punching through your great keep first. You have 3 days of the gods to change your mind. Or else fire and blood for you.
What I'm wondering is why
Mount up.
Fall in.
Line up, stay
Take the
together.
coast. We'll take the coastline south.
Stev.
Yes.
Alright, let's get everyone to the boat.
I need to be training some more.
The Storm 10 could be a potential war gonna happen. Because Riverrun's submitted to us, they're our lords now. Not sure where the Vale's gonna do. And seems like Storm's End, unless they change their mind, it's gonna be a war. So we'll see what happens. I think we're gonna go to Dawn now.